Here's how to genuinely love yourself. Now, I remember I used to hate myself in 2022. I used to absolutely hate myself. I would look at myself in the mirror, right, without a shirt, hate myself. Play video games, hate myself. Eat junk food, hate myself. I hated myself in every way. I literally wanted to end it all. I'm not even exaggerating. I literally wanted to end it all because of how much I just hated myself and hated how I lived because of all the bad habits I was doing. And especially, I remember this one day, I was getting onto self-improvement, right? Because 2022 is basically when I started self-improvement, and I just hated myself completely. And I watched the video, right, by Hamza, and he was saying, take a picture of yourself. Take a picture of yourself without a shirt, right? With your, I had like my skinny fat physique, like it just looked terrible, right? Take a picture of yourself, and in the future you will look back on that picture and be grateful that you took it, right? Because you will do like a very cool body transformation, right? So I took that picture, and you basically know the story. I bought like the 2 dumbbells in my room, and every single day I would look at that picture of me like skinny fat, and I would just do some curls, do some presses, right, with those 2 dumbbells. And yeah, here I am 3 years later with a very good physique, right? And now I'm happy to say that I actually love myself. Like I love myself to the point where I would rather be hated by everyone in the world and love myself. That's how much I love myself and how much pride I have for myself. Now, what I realized after 3 years, right, is I used to hate myself because I wasn't living like a human being should. This is what I didn't understand for so long. I was doing tons and tons of instant gratification, things that are really pleasurable right now, but would make my life way worse in the long run. Honestly, bro, what changed it all for me personally, what changed it all was, and this is the first thing, to love yourself, is going to the gym. That is what changed it all for me. Going to the gym. The gym and building muscle is literally the greatest self-improvement habit of all. It is literally the single greatest self-improvement habit of all for me personally, and in my opinion, right? That's what actually made me love myself for the first time ever in my life. True, genuine self-love and pride and confidence in myself. And I actually remember this. 2022, right, same year. I got those 2 dumbbells and I was working out for like 3 or 4 months at that point. And I remember this day, I was curling, right, doing curls like this, in front of like my window, which has like a reflection, right, in front of like the room window. And I just noticed like a massive pump in my arm. And I just smiled and I just felt hooked, right? And for the first time in literally years, right? In years, because I was literally like, before that point, from basically like 2020 to 2022, I was depressed completely, like hated myself. For the first time, I actually felt genuine self-love for myself again. I actually felt like, hey, I can make progress. I can actually build muscle. I can actually change how I look like. Something that felt so impossible, I was actually able to do. And the thing is that going to the gym, or not even going to the gym, I mean just working out, right? Even working out in your room, just like I did in the beginning. Working out and lifting weights, it built an entire base for all of my self-improvement. Like when I built muscle, right, when I lifted weights, then I meditated, and then I started reading books, and then I started journaling, and then I started, this YouTube channel, or no, YouTube channel before this one, and then this YouTube channel. It literally, I built everything off of the gym, bro. Going to the gym and building muscle is literally, in my opinion, the single greatest habit of all time. It's literally the greatest habit of all time, because the benefits, all the benefits you get, right? When you build muscle, when you lift weights, you build like an aesthetic physique. You noticed how much you love yourself, how attractive to girls you are. Like girls start actually like holding eye contact with you and approaching you and actually like giving you compliments, right? Because you have like a nice physique. Right, the self-respect, like it's just the single greatest self-improvement habit of all time. It is literally the self-love habit. Like if you want to love yourself, going to the gym and lifting some weights is the self-love habit if you want to love yourself. Because what happened to me, right, is that I would work out every single day, right, with those 2 dumbbells, doing anything, right, doing just any exercise, and I would look in the mirror and I would notice that I have built some muscle, or I've built some definition, right? And I would have so much self-love for myself, because I would just realize that this muscle I built, or not me, my younger self built for me. It was the first time I actually experienced delayed gratification, right? Which is doing something hard right now, but it's rewarding you in the future. So, you know, like this muscle, right? These muscles, right? My youngest self built them for me. He built these muscles for me. So for me personally, in my 3 years of self-improvement, working out changed my life the most out of any habit I've ever done in self-improvement. Any habit. And it actually made me love myself. And the thing is, it's not just about lifting heavy weights. You know, lifting weights is great, right? It's amazing, right? But it's not just about that, because when you lift weights, right, when you work out, it also makes you eat healthy and get enough sleep and focus on all of your health, not just one aspect. Like lifting weights for me, it not only fixed everything for me, but it also fixed my diet and my sleep, which are huge. Like I always like to say this quote from Andrew Huberman, right, who's a neuroscientist, but he said this amazing quote, which is, if you work out and you eat clean, good food, and you sleep early and sleep enough, if you just do those 3 things, you will literally have a better life than 90% of people. And this is not me saying that, like Andrew Huberman said this on a podcast before. And it's true, like if you just exercise, lift some weights, you eat clean, you eat good nutritious food, and you sleep, you know, you sleep quality sleep and you sleep enough, just those 3 things, just those 3 things will make you live a better life than 99% of people. You will literally have a happier, more peaceful, more fulfilled life than everyone else. Alright, so the first thing is lifting weights. That is the self-love habit for me, honestly. Now, the gym is great, lifting weights is great, and it's actually what made me love myself, right? For the first time ever, right? And it's the habit that basically changed my life the most. But later in my journey, right? Later in my self-improvement journey, I think what really gave me everything I've ever wanted, right? And this is a bit more advanced, honestly, right? But what really gave me everything, and this is the second thing, especially self-love, is a self-improvement routine. Now let me just explain, right, how powerful this is. Like, I literally think a self-improvement routine is the most powerful thing in all of self-improvement, because it literally gives you everything, right? And especially, of course, self-love, right? So I'm gonna tell you my entire day now, right? This is my actual routine, right? So I wake up at 7:30 a.m. and I come here in the balcony and look at the sun for 15 minutes, right? And I read a book. And I read just a couple of pages, look at the sun, you know, get inside, take a cold shower. At that point, it's like 8. And from 8 to 1, I work basically. And my work is a mix of, you know, content curation and scripting and, you know, using ChatGPT to synthesize information and editing videos. It's a lot of things basically. But I have like this work block, right? 5-hour work block. Work for 5 hours. Then I eat breakfast, and then for another hour, meditate and journal. At that point, it's like 3 p.m. Then I hit a workout. My workouts usually take 30 to 60 minutes. After the workout, I eat lunch. After I eat lunch, I basically read for 2 hours, then eat dinner, then read for another hour, and finish my assignments if I have like school assignments or anything. And then I go to sleep at 10 p.m. Now the thing is, and I promise you, like, this literally changed my entire life. The feeling you get, now I'm gonna be honest, I don't follow this routine perfectly every single day. Like a lot of times I miss and I don't go perfectly on the routine. Like this is like a perfect day that I just said. But when I actually hit that perfect day, the feeling I get, the self-love I feel for myself, like at that point when I'm in bed, right, when I close my eyes, I feel so much self-love for myself. Like I don't need anything else ever. It's an amazing feeling, and nothing in the world can match it, bro. Like just the feeling of fulfillment you get from a true self-improvement routine. Now I'm gonna be honest, this is like a bit advanced, honestly, having like a full daily routine. But it really changed my life, and it gave me literally everything I want. And this is not just me. Like look at any successful person. Look at David Goggins, for example, right? David Goggins, like he wakes up at 4 a.m. He runs like 12 miles at least in the morning, and then hits a workout, and then, you know, does yoga and stretches, and then, I don't know, reads, and then creates content and does all these things inside his day. So when he finishes his day and goes to bed, if he even sleeps, right? When he finishes his day, he feels so fulfilled and accomplished and so full of self-love, right? Same thing with like Alex Hormozi. Like Alex Hormozi, he wakes up at 4:30 in the morning, right? He makes a coffee. He literally works for 12 hours the entire day. 12 hours on his business. And when he finishes his work, you know, he eats like a meal or something, and then he goes, hits a workout in the gym, and then he reads for an hour, and then he, I don't know, works on his book. Like those things, of course, make him feel so fulfilled and so full of self-love, right? Same thing with Hamza, same thing with Charlie Morgan, same thing with Iman Gadzhi, Andrew Tate, all these guys. They feel so fulfilled and so full of self-love when they finish their day, because of one thing, which is their routine. It's the same thing with me, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm building up that muscle of consistency. Like I'm not really like the best person ever. Like I'm still just a student of the game, right? I'm still building that consistency, you know. But when I meditate, when I journal, when I work out, and when I read for like 2 or 3 hours, at the end of the day, I'm telling you, bro, I feel so much self-love and fulfillment for myself that nothing in the world can match that feeling. It's amazing. It's literally amazing. The thing is, the only reason I used to always hate myself, and this is what I realized after 3 years, right, is that my day was wake up late, scroll on social media, jack off to Pornhub, get up, don't brush your teeth, you know, don't shower, you know, sit on my crusty gaming chair and play on the PlayStation for like 7 or 8 hours, right? Of course I was gonna hate myself, right? Of course I was. And actually I would stay up late and my sleep was also terrible. So of course I was gonna hate myself. Of course I was gonna absolutely hate everything about me. I was very skinny fat, you know, I had like the worst physique ever, like fat belly and like skinny arms. Man, like those were like very, very dark times of my life, and I literally had like suicidal thoughts. I'm not even like exaggerating. I literally wanted to kill myself because I wasn't living like a human. You know, bro, Charlie Munger and Alex Hormozi have this way of thinking which I absolutely love, which is called inverted thinking. So basically, inverted thinking is when you want to win at anything, when you want to succeed at anything, you see how you can lose, right? You see how you can do just the worst possible thing and you invert it. You reverse it, and then you get the best possible outcome, basically. And that's exactly what happened to me. Like, I realized my worst day ever, because that was actually my day. My worst day ever was wake up, scroll on social media, right, watch porn, junk food, social media, bad sleep, not exercising, eating junk food, not spending time in nature. So inverted thinking basically says just grab all these bad things and just invert them, right? So wake up late, wake up early. Eat bad food, eat good food. Not exercising, brushing my teeth, wearing good clothes, right? Taking care of myself, spending time in nature, meditating, journaling, stopping the bad habits, stopping video games, stopping all these things, replacing them with good habits like meditation, journaling, reading, working out, all these things. So this is just like a way of thinking that I absolutely love, which is called inverted thinking. You know, you look at the worst possible thing you can do and then you reverse it, and then it becomes the best thing you can do, basically. All right, so this is what made me love myself. Try it, it will change your life. And as always, we're in this together and we will make it.